In this video lesson you are going to see the most solid system with the black pieces and one trap in order to win fast. Without further ado, let's dive in and check it out. Before we start, please let me mention this new collaboration with Chess Central, a very big and famous website. They added my course on Scandinavian defense and other courses as well. So thank you about that, and it's very nice because, as you can see, I start cooperating with many big companies. And now let's jump in our course here, in our lesson. And here, after the move e4, the very popular move, we can apply e6, the French defense. We are avoiding all the attacks on f7 square. And now after the move d4, d5, attacking the center, here white can do many things. One of them is to push the pawn forward, as we are going to see now, or to play knight c3, as we are going to see in the next example. And after this, c5, and now c3, he is trying to stabilize his central control, and now we can develop the knight there. What is the idea? First of all, we are not losing a pawn, because after this we can play knight e to c6, attacking both pawns, this one with the knight, this one with the bishop. This was my initial idea actually, and after this we can, my computer suggests this move as well, because again we are attacking this pawn with the knight and the other pawn with the bishop. So we are going to take back one of the pawns for sure. For that reason, white is trying to stabilize his central control, try to do this one, and now we can play this knight there. But why we did it in this way and we not develop just this knight? We have an idea, and the idea is after bishop to d3 is to play b6, and after short castling, for example, to play bishop a6. This was the idea in order to develop our pieces in this way. I'm going to explain it a little longer. For example, here if you just take and queen a4, it looks like he's attacking two of these knights, but of course we can protect them. And you can imagine here this knight is missing. If this knight is missing, you can imagine to be on g8, for example. This is a double attack. The king and knight on a6 is under attack. For that reason, we need this construction to put the knight there, first of all on c6, and after that bishop a6. And for example, after this and bishop to e3, we can develop the queen. And what you are going to do here with white pieces? You have to develop your pieces, right? To develop the remaining army, to develop the knight on d2. But here he already fell into the trap, because we can take on e5. This is very nice move, because we are going to win a pawn. We are threatening the knight, we are threatening his queen, and if you just capture here, we can retake with the knight. So we managed to capture one pawn, and after this black has very big advantage. And here I'd like to mention something else in this particular example, because as you can see, he just developed his pieces, and here we said that we are going to play b6. And before actually record the videos for this particular system, I tried this one on my online blitz games, and one of the opponents tried here to stop me, and he played queen to e2. Queen e2, the idea is to stop this development, bishop a6. I played a5, of course. He played this one. He played quickly actually. I just said, what is this? I'm trying to develop my pieces. And now he played b5. His elo was approximately 2300 elo player on Chess internet rating, and now I didn't react it very well, because I just captured with this one. After this he just captured with the pawn. I wasn't sure where to put my knights. After this I had little problems, and finally I managed to win the game, but I didn't have a pleasant time. And for that reason I'm showing to you this one, because you might wonder what to do. And here we have to play c4. This is a very nice idea, because we would like to capture here on b5. Obviously, if he just captured, we can recapture with the knight. The knight can go on c7 after this, and we can play b5, or we can prepare this one and after that play b5, b4, and things like that. It's super easy. If he just do nothing, for example, if he plays something like this, then we can take and knight to a7. Now we are threatening this pawn, and he cannot really develop this knight there, because we can take and after that take on b5. At this point, I'd like to talk about the chess opening package, which contains Scandinavian defense, Grand Prix attack, and Benko gambit. If you click in any of those links, you can see the detailed curriculum of the lessons. Each course contains theoretical videos and analyzed games. In total, we have 46 theoretical videos, which are more than 11 hours, and approximately 200 analyzed games. Only 1 hour of a professional trainer cost approximately 20 euros, and you can see here the outstanding final price of this package. If you're interested and you'd like to own this package, then you can click the link in the description of that video. Let's see it from the beginning. After these moves and this d5, he can play here e5 as we mentioned earlier, or he can play knight to c3. What to do now? Do we have any solid system? And yes, we have. We can take, and after this we can play bishop to d7. This particular variation, fourth Knox variation on French defense. We just develop the bishop here, and after that we are going to put the bishop on c6. This is the most solid system for black here. And after that we can play this one, we're attacking the knight. He can develop this, knight b d7 first of all, and after that we can play this. Now he can castle there, and for example he can drop his knight back in order to keep a lot of pieces in the center of the board, and now we can develop the bishop, and it look like that we already made a mistake, because knight e5 looks very nice right now. He put the knight in the center of the board, we are not pushing this pawn forward. He can play something like f4, queen e2 and have more space, but he already here fell into the trap, because we can take and queen d5. We are not caring about this knight, because we are threatening checkmate and we are threatening the pawn there. So he can stop the checkmate obviously, and after that we are going to take one pawn. With an extra pawn you can win the game, right? And for that reason he should not play like this. It was another trap, and let's say he's going to play something like knight, bishop g5. We can unpin the knight, he can make some exchanges, for example c3, and here it's a very important move, because we can take the knight, and after this we can play c6. Do you remember this pawn structure? It's very famous pawn structure. This is Scandinavian defense. We just exchange one central pawns, we develop this bishop, eliminate this bishop, exchange this bishop, and after that black's game is very easy. We can play queen d5, queen there, knight d5 for example, playing against this pawn on d4, and everything is super easy. I have a course about Scandinavian defense. I suggest you to check this out, to check it very serious, because Scandinavian defense, it's the first beginner system actually to start playing chess, but it's a very essential system, very important system to know in order to build your chess understanding. Let's move forward now to see two more examples with a fantastic player with black pieces, George Mayer, if I announce him correctly. Title Tuesday was they played in Title Tuesday with another title player obviously, and he played this Scandinavian French defense, and after this c5, and after that he played knight to e7, our very solid system, and after this he just developed the knight there, and there you know what to do, to play b6. His opponent castled, and now bishop to a6, takes, now queen a4, he dropped the knight back, and now please pay attention to these following moves. Bishop g5, queen d7, it was under attack, and now his opponent, title player, because they played in Title Tuesday, he was very nice, very strong player, he just developed the knight. What are you going to do now with the black pieces? And if you just played this move, you said it correctly, you played as good as black player, because now the queen on a5, on a4 is hanging, the knight on f3 is hanging, so he dropped back, he just exchanged there, knight on c6, and black is clearly better. Why his opponent fell into this trap actually? This is a very important moment, because he just attacked the queen, he's attacking the queen now, and he had the feeling that he's pressing his opponent to go on d7, but already black here set up this deadly trap. Obviously he has to go back and we have a normal position, right? We're going to play chess after this, maybe something like that, maybe the knight again on a6, we are going to see, but we have a solid system. But his opponent fell into this trap and he lost the game, and after many moves he lost the game as well. And now once again we have the same player with the black pieces, slightly different system, because here after these moves he didn't castle short side, but his opponent played this move h4. And the main idea is that, wait a minute, the center is closed, so I'm going to attack. How to attack? I'm going to push this pawn forward. This is my territory. I'm going to attack in the king side, and he would like to put the rook on g3. This is the main idea behind this move h4. But we are not under heavy pressure. We should continue developing our pieces. Bishop a6, eliminating this important light square bishop, and after this he just played this one. We stop this with h6, important because we are controlling this square, and stop this advancement on h6. His opponent played king f1, as you can see, because the king can feel safe there and keep this rook maneuver active. So we have b5, another very important and thematic move. The center is closed, so we cannot do anything in the center right now. We cannot really play in the king side, so we have to play on the queen side. And this is a very important move because he played b5, and the next move is b4. Try to do something, undermine this structure on the queen side, right? The rook will go there and we can continue attacking. His opponent played this one. We have queen b6, and after this he is not threatening anything because the bishop is there, and he just played b4. Queen a4, rook there, he played bishop to e3, try to develop the pieces, and now we have a check. After this he exchanged the queens, actually captures there, rook recaptures, and after this he played rook takes on b2. This was okay as well to capture with a knight, but in any case he just captured there, and now he just played knight on b2, knight a b4, and white committed a mistake here. It's a little difficult to play with the white, to be honest, because my computer suggests moves like this one in order to overprotect. This pawn is going to give this, but it's not clear how to continue the game. It's not so easy to play because we're going to take a pawn. And now he just played this one, and after this exchanges and knight takes on a2, you can see this pawn is extremely powerful, and black is going to start pushing this pawn forward. Black won this game a little later.
Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.